Grand rising, everyone. Hope you're all doing okay. Hope you're fine and everything is going as planned. This is Denzomos, and you are welcome to the channel of truth, enlightenment, freedom, and the channel of breaking empaths free. If you are new on this channel, I talk about narcissism and narcissistic abuse. We talk about spirituality. We talk about personal and self-development. And if that's what resonates with you, I invite you all to join us, give us a like, share the video with friends, and you may subscribe if you haven't already. And for those that have always been with us, you are welcome back. And I thank you for your love and support. Timelines. How do you know? One of the signs you will see when you move onto a new timeline, chosen ones. Okay, timelines, that is where you shift your continuous effort, whether you're doing it consciously or unconsciously. It has moved you into a completely different timeline. That is where you switch from one timeline to another. If you're doing it consciously, you could have chosen to do that because you want to have a certain experience. It's like, for example, you want to get into a certain craft, and then you start moving towards, it's some kind of a manifestation. So you start moving towards that craft. It could be a certain kind of business you want, and all of a sudden, you kind of close down whatever it is you've been doing, and you get into anything and everything that will move you towards that particular business. So you start doing the things that are going to help you have that experience. But anyway, that is not what we're talking about today. What we're talking about today is what you will see and what is going to happen when you do that move, shift, consciously or unconsciously, to move into a new timeline. One of the things will happen, you are for some reason going to stop seeing the people that used to be around you. Let me promise you, ladies and gentlemen, when you shift your energy and you move on to a new timeline, you will stop to see, for some strange, mysterious reason, you can no longer see the people that used to be around you. When you move onto a new timeline, it also happens that the people that have been around you, for some reason, you guys no longer match with the same frequency. They are no longer in your frequency. And it doesn't matter what you do, you can force it, you will wish, you can reconnect with your old friends, family members, they're not available. There is something that is happening, an experience that no longer allows you to experience the people that always used to be around you. It's like everybody else disappears. You call them, they may not answer your phone. Sometimes you run into them, they may interact with you a second or two and they will be on their way. They used to come at your house every weekend. You no longer see them. That is actually a sign. You have moved on to another timeline. And the people that used to be a part of your old timeline, they no longer exist. They're all gone. They're nowhere to be seen. When you move on to a new timeline, you will also attract the people that are meant to work with you along that timeline. But it is until you fully absorb that timeline energetically, physically, energetically, will now the people that are meant to be on that timeline start gravitating towards you. You cannot meet lawyers in a hospital. In a hospital, you are going to only meet doctors and nurses, and so on and so forth, the people that actually resonate with that timeline. If you're a person who is looking for lawyers, then you definitely know you're going to be moving around places where lawyers hang out, the places where they do their business, and so on and so forth. If you're a person who wants to be a chef, you're not going to meet chefs in a theme park, or you're not going to meet chefs at the sports center. You're going to meet chefs in hotels and restaurants. Any moment when you move into a new timeline, and that timeline does no longer resonate with your old timeline, that means your entire experience will shift. And so will the people that have always been a part of the experience in your old timeline. So those people that have been a part of your old timeline, they will also live with the old timeline. And this is also going to include family members, relatives, and friends. You may notice that you have got a very limited interaction with the children, very limited interaction with the parents. That is because you are in a new timeline and you have already left them in the old timeline and they no longer resonate with the new timeline that you are on. So when you find yourself, you have lost contact with so many people, it feels like you're in a different world altogether. And you don't understand why all your friends have gone. They haven't gone anywhere. They have not gone anywhere, ladies and gentlemen. They are still there, but they are existing in the old timeline that you used to be. So you are in a new timeline. You are going to have a different experience. Everything is going to shift. You are going to be seeing and meeting and interacting with very different people altogether. When you moved into a new neighborhood, you will stop seeing the people that used to be in your old neighborhood. That means that you've moved into a new timeline. So it is going to be a completely different set of people that you're going to be meeting along your journey, running to the shops, and so on and so forth. It's going to be a completely different experience. Okay? If you have been a footballer and you shift your career and you move into boxing, you are no longer going to meet the people that used to play the matches with you. You are going to be meeting the people that are also training to become boxers. So you will be actually sharing the same gym. The footballers you used to play the matches with, they are nowhere to be seen. So when you are growing and evolving, you will now realize that every now and then you have been moving into different timelines. Your life has been upgrading in some ways that couldn't make any sense to you. I'm not saying that you may never run into those people, but at some point you could be later on whereby just by some chance you could run into them. But again, you're going to notice a different type of interaction with them. Even just you spending a couple of minutes with them is going to make you realize that you guys are no longer on the same page. You are already now in different frequencies. You are no longer at the same page. Even some of the conversations they are doing or they are saying, they no longer resonate with you. That is the sign you have already shifted. You are in a new timeline. So sometimes you may run into people that you used to know, and they're going to tell you things such as, oh, you've changed. You have not seen these people like 2 or 3 years, maybe it's been a couple of months. Oh, we no longer recognize you. Look at you. You've even lost weight. Look at you. You are looking better. You this and that. They will recognize the shift. Because when you move into a new timeline, your energetic frequency also tries to catch up with that timeline. So there's also going to be a lot of different changes internally and externally when it comes to you. So when you run into the people that used to know you in the old timeline, you may see them, they are still in that same timeline, but they are going to recognize a very big change within your energy. So it's going to be a whole different energy altogether. So if you're a person who is on your journey, you are seeing less interaction or no interaction at all with the people that you used to know, then I can promise you, I can guarantee you, you have already shifted timelines, even if you don't know it already. It's nothing to be worried about. It's just something to give you confirmation that you are moving into a different person altogether. You're no longer going to be the person you used to be. Even if you try to drag yourself back into an old timeline, you're going to notice you no longer fit into that timeline. You have already shifted energetically, and you're going to have a completely different experience altogether. That is one of the biggest signs you will see that will confirm to you you have moved and shifted into a new timeline. Let us know what you think. You guys know I do love and appreciate your support. Please book a session if you want to. You may donate or support my channel if you want to. Everything you need, you will find it in the description below. And until then, I will see you guys in my next one. There's almost signing out. Much love and blessings. Peace.